What's up, guys? It's your friend and fellow artist Z Marie here with Heart for Art Live. Have you ever wondered how you can draw an iconic Bible character and figure in the Bible who helped with parting the Red Sea, who helped with the 10 Commandments, and so much more? Well, in today's drawing, we're going to be learning how to draw Moses step by step. So grab your sketch pads, grab your pencils, your erasers, pencil sharpeners, and let's get started. Alright guys, so like I said, today we're going to be drawing Moses. We're mainly going to be focusing on drawing our outline today, okay? So if you see your reference drawing, which we'll pull that up on the screen so you can follow along with us as well, and you can go to heartforart.live to get that digital reference image, alright? So today I'm going to be using our pencils. I'm starting with an H pencil because we're going to go from light to dark, and I also have our Prismacolor markers so we can go back and outline it as well, alright? So let's get started. Now I usually start from my left to the right, so we're going to start up here with the little squiggly lines, kind of representing the water. It's representing like the waves and the water and all of that too. So we're just focusing on our outline, okay? In doing this outline, you can do a rough outline, but I will suggest before you go back with that marker, make sure it's exactly how you want it to be, okay? Alright, so we're just doing like the representation of the water. And I have resized the photo to the size of the canvas. This is a 9x12 canvas as well. So you can do that. That helps a little bit more too, okay? Now I'm going to do the little lines throughout the water. Like so. I'm going to come here. Draw a few lines as close as the reference as we can, because that helps in the proportions and everything too. And remember, when you start shading, don't use your fingers, because that oil from your hands that could actually mess up your drawing. Right? Gonna come to our corner here. Start connecting these lines. So we're going to come about here. Do that little line. Just representing the different, you know, how the waves and all of that. When Moses parted the Red Sea. So this is just a representation of the Red Sea that Moses actually parted. Okay. Alright. What's up, guys? Stop what you're doing really quick. I know I'm interrupting the drawing tutorial, but if you will, go on over, hit that subscribe button. If you are on YouTube, hit that notification bell so you can stay updated with every time we post on the channel, because we post new tutorials every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget to share this video. All right, let's get back to the drawing. Now I'm going to come here. Start that next line. Alright. You're going to go under it with another one. Going to connect that like that. Come in here and finish that wave. Alrighty. Now we're going to come over here to the corner, start our line again. I'm just giving it kind of a rough sketch. And you can always go back and erase, that's totally fine. Just make sure you erase it good enough so you don't have smears and smudges throughout it. Okay. Looking at different angles of our reference. We don't want to come too far because we're going to put Moses in the middle here. Just adding a few details as we go. Just representing the water going from different angles because we don't want it straight down. It looks a little unrealistic when you do it that way. Okay, just doing a few rough lines throughout. And we're going to do this on both sides, and Moses is going to be in the middle. Alrighty. You could do a few freehand shapes, like while you're doing the, according to the reference, you could do like a few freehand loops and shapes to help just in adding more detail as well. So when I come down here at the bottom, just do a few kind of ups and downs to represent that water. And in between your big lines, do smaller lines so that it can represent the water going in different directions. Your lines can't always overlap when doing water, when drawing water. Alright. Adding a few more details throughout here. And we're going to come back and darken it with our marker as well. Let's get in our little corner. Okay, we're going to do the left corner kind of down here at the bottom. I'll lift that so you can see it. So we're just adding the detail a little bit at the bottom too, okay? Just adding our details as we go. And like I said, we're just trying to represent the water, the waves coming from both sides. And it's supposed to represent how the water split as well. So it's got to be kind of like a motion like this. Alright, and we're going to come back here and just do kind of basic waves. It's like the water's calm back here, but it's split in this area. Alright, connect those lines. You're going to go here, just add a few more loops. Few more lines here. Alright, now we have a few kind of swirlies. It's mixing from like the sky and the water up here at the top. So this is representing our water. We're going to come back and shade that and all of that later. Go ahead and add our little extra line there. And then here at the top, we just have like different swirls just to add to like the wind, the water. It's kind of all adds to the picture. So we're going to do a few of those. They don't have to be perfect swirls. Just kind of adds to like the wind blowing and all of that too, okay? This is kind of just in the background, like back there in the sky. You can see that on the reference as well. Right? In here, I'm going to add us a few more lines. I'm going to bring this line down here. And I am using an H pencil because we're just doing the outline, so it doesn't have to be dark. But the H is the lighter one. It's a bit lighter. Rather than like 2B, 4B, those get darker, so we'll use that as we add more details. But we're just using this so we can do that outline. Alright, got that. Just trying to get our structure. So when we we go back with the marker, we won't have to try and erase the marker. Because that's not that easy. Alright, you just got a few detailed lines here. Alright. So that's kind of our rough waves right here. We're going to go back and add the sketch. Shading. We're going to go back and add shading and all of that so we can see the kind of different dimensions of the water and the sun shining on the water, different things like that. The reason I'm leaving this middle open is because this is where Moses is going to be. So we're going to more than likely add a few more waves and water right here. Once we get Moses in the middle, we can make the waves kind of around him, okay? So now we're going to go to our opposite side and do pretty much the same thing we did on this side, okay? So you're going to start from your corner. And this one didn't start at the very top, how this side, it started about here. Again, you have those kind of little swivels and different lines just to add to the detail. Alright, that's going to require shading, so we're going to come down here, add our little waves. I'm going to take that onto the end, about here. Alright, then you're going to come down here with your water going different ways. Alright, that's your first line there. We're going to come following right behind that one with another one. Alright, we're just going to kind of keep doing this, going different ways, just to show how that water is represented, going multiple directions. You're going to do some going this way to show how the water split. Alright, so we're going to keep going here. Just adding our water going different ways. Okay, we're going to do that all the way down to the bottom. Remember, do some going the opposite way to represent that water actually splitting. Just adding our various lines, left to right, right to left. Right, and down here on the side, got a few coming from the corner. Remember, leave that middle open. That's where we're going to put our representation of Moses. So leave that middle part kind of open right there, okay? You got your water coming from each corner. And again, it's okay if your lines overlap when you're doing things like this, just because it's representing the waves going back and forth. So it's okay if your lines kind of overlap each other. Right, just adding a few lines kind of throughout it. And we're going to go back later and we're going to add the shading and all of that too, okay? And that'll help with the overall detailing. We're just adding our lines, representing the water in here. These lines are a bit smaller. Alright, I'm going to come up here and just add those little swirls that we see. It's representing the wind and all of that. come here. We're going to add that kind of other, it looks kind of like a mountain, but it's the water. And put that right here in the corner. Take it about halfway. We're going to split a little bit. Put a line here. That's kind of where this starts connecting. Okay, that's like our very rough estimate of the water and the waves and all of that. Okay, now Moses. Alright guys, so that's it for part 1 of this drawing of Moses. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel here on heartforart.live on YouTube. And I do want you guys to check us out because we are on TV, on Eternal Friends Network TV. If you have a Roku device, you can find them that way. And you can go to their website at eternalfriends.tv. In addition to, if you haven't already, go to art.live if you want free, helpful, step-by-step sketch tutorials and art tips. And there is a way for you to get your artwork on various items from t-shirts to mugs to canvases to so much more. So make sure you guys check that out. Again, I have been your hostess, Z Marie, here with heartforart.live. Make sure you check us out as well with the virtual museum on abamcenter.com, where we house over 150 different multicultural biblical characters and 20 plus African kings. God bless, guys. Stay encouraged and don't give up on God's calling for your life. See you next Tuesday. Bye. God's calling for your life as a visual artist? Well, now you can. Zoe Hoffman's book entitled How to Get Answers Every Time You Pray for Visual Artists, which is inspired by Apostle Dr. Ludi L. Hoffman's book, How to Get Answers Every Time You Pray, The Power of Partnership, you will be guided through what needs to be done in order to properly stay in God's will for your life as an artist. Go online to www.abamcenter.com and order your copy today.
heartforart.live. heartforart.live.